Alright, so quick take on Jasmine and Gino. We know the aftermath of what happened with Jasmine and Gino's open marriage. Um, this guy Matt comes in and Jasmine ends up getting pregnant. We know that. But this season of 90 Day Happily Ever After takes us back in time so we can kind of see the prequel of this whole story. And at this point, Jasmine has to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to Gino. And we get to see this in the moment. And Gino's crying and everything. Is like, I think he said something like, and you plan to have a baby with me, and he was crying. And then in the previews coming up, Jasmine feels guilty. She's like, everybody thinks I'm still actually married to Gino. They don't know anything. That I got pregnant by this other guy. They know nothing, and I feel guilty. It's a mess. But when I see Gino cry, my point is just that I don't really feel bad for his tears. Jasmine went through a lot with him. They went through a lot with each other, but Jasmine was trying to have a kid with him. Jasmine was, it was always this back and forth and this issue, and Gino has these different issues that haven't been totally clarified. And so, to me, it's really on Gino because she made the attempts to have his kid. She really made attempts to be with him. And even though we can all agree she's wrong for what she did, she was foolish. Gino was also foolish to say, hey, let's do this open marriage thing. There was some foolishness that was had on both sides. But, we saw everything that Jasmine went through to be with this guy. And even though Jasmine was a handful and she was giving me a lot of Lucille Ball, just insanity, but the Latina version, which is like next level, he stayed in it, and she tried to get him to give her this child and all these things, and he kept saying no. He kept saying, you have to do better, you have to do this or that, and it's like she could never win. So in my opinion, it's like Gino's tears don't do anything for me, because honestly, he kept pushing her away by his behavior, and she kept pushing him away, but he kept bringing her back in. And if it's something as serious as wanting kids, certain scenarios in life, I think some of these people just shouldn't even be together. They should have already broken up. They were having too much back and forth anyway. The open marriage thing was trying to put a band-aid on a oozing wound, and a band-aid was just not going to be enough. So, sorry, Gino, it is what it is. I'm not like a huge Jasmine advocate, but the tears, they just do nothing for me at this point, because I see everything Jasmine did to try to get you to do what Matt did, and you were just giving her such a hard time. Gino, whatever your issue is, I don't know. Unless you make a baby with another woman, there's an issue with that somewhere, somehow. Don't know what it is. That will be very harsh and I'm sure painful to Jasmine, but there's an issue there. There's a big issue there with Gino. And what that is, will we ever know? But it is what it is. It's not good on either side. But I think you can only push somebody so far, especially when you're a woman and you want to be wanted, loved, and accepted by your partner, by your spouse, and they keep making you feel that you're not desirable, you're not wanted. She said that he did this multiple times. Then it is what it is.